Hi everyone, welcome to Vitality Power Pilates. My name is Hope and I am so glad you're here. Today I'm going to be taking you through a 28-minute full body classic Pilates class. I have no equipment, just a soft surface and my body that is ready to move. If you have any wrist injuries or anything like that, feel free to take anything that we do onto your knuckles, and I will provide modifications throughout the workout. It's only 28 minutes. I want you to give it your all, and we'll come out on the other side feeling stronger, better, and happier. So with that being said, I want you to take a nice seat onto your mat. You can come into a little crisscross. I want you to place your hands on your knees, letting those shoulders consciously drift away from the chin. I want you to take your head back. You can shut your eyes, letting the head go as far back as your body allows it to, and nod forward, tucking the chin into the chest. Take a nice big inhale, sending that head back as far back as you can go. And slowly bringing the chin forward, tucking it into the chest. Beautiful. Drawing those shoulders down one more time, bringing the chin away from the chest, up to the sky, head back. And lowering it slowly into the chest. Coming center, I want you to take your head from side to side, letting your neck stretch out. Easing into these workouts is so important to warm up our body so it knows it's time to get going, but it's not shocked. One more time, take it side to side. Rolling your head in a circle forward, one nice big circle. Take it the other direction back, as big as you can. Beautiful. Taking your hands to your chest and to your diaphragm, to your tummy. I want you to lift up that chest nice and proud. Inhaling all the fresh air, all the good energy that you bring to your mat today. And exhaling it out, feeling your tummy and your chest change. Beautiful. One more time. Big inhale here. Hold it. And exhale everything out. Beautiful. From here, you're going to take your hands down to your side. You can open up those eyes, bring those feet out a little bit wider than your seat position. And I want you to rock to one side, both knees facing the same direction. Sinking back, opening up the hips. Coming center, really letting those hips go nice and loose. Other side, sending the knees to one direction. Beautiful. One more time, bringing it center. From here, I want you to bring your feet together and turn to the front of your mat. We're going to start out with a little bit of booty work. So I want you to roll down slowly onto the mat. We're going to come into a glute bridge, so placing those hands down onto the mat, bringing the heels a little bit closer to the bum. We're going to lift that upper body stays on the mat. Mid body gets lifted off the mat, so it's just the head, neck, and shoulders, and the feet planted on the mat. We're going to bring our body slowly down, tapping our bums to the mat, and lift. Keeping the core engaged, keeping the hands gently on the mat. You have 8. Squeeze as you lift for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. At the top we hold 1. Hold it here. Bring your left leg in to tabletop and back down, tapping the toe on the mat. Into tabletop, back down. So it's a single leg glute bridge from here. Really driving through the heel of the foot that's on the mat. You have 8, 7, keep it up. 6, 5, 4, 3, hold it a little bit higher. You can do it 2, and 1. Keeping the toe on the mat of the foot that was just in tabletop, slowly dropping the whole foot down onto the mat, switching legs. Right leg comes to tabletop, tapping it down onto the mat with the toes. Tap, beautiful, for 10. Lifting through the glute, through the heel of the foot that's on the mat, for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Bringing that foot down, slowly bringing the toes to the mat, then placing the whole foot down. Beautiful. Walking those heels in a little bit closer to the bum. We're in a nice compact position. I want you to lift, lifting through the mid-body. Everything is in a straight line. We're squeezing, we're lifting everything of the foot except for the heel off the mat. Hold, hold, hold. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the feet down onto the mat. Hold yourself up still. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time, keeping just the heel down onto the mat. Lifting the balls and the toes off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lowering the entire foot down onto the mat. Hold it here one more time. 4, 3, you can do it. 2, and 1. Dropping everything down onto the mat, walking the feet out a little bit further. Beautiful job, you guys. Slowly rolling yourself up, hands to the legs. We're going to straighten the leg. We're going to work on those hip flexors. So I want your hands behind your chest like so. Really make yourself look like you're proud to be here because you are. I want you to flex your foot up and lift like you're lifting with your toes coming up first. A lot of power comes from the hip flexors, but a lot of the times they're quite weak. So this is a good way to train them. Lifting a little bit higher. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold little pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Letting it slowly go down to the mat. Other side, we lift the leg up and lower it back down onto the mat. Toes pointed nice and high. For 8, 7, 6. This is a very difficult muscle to train. So let's put in some work. For 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Little pulse. For 5, 4, breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Letting it slowly go down onto the mat. Nice work. I want you to come onto one side. I'm going to come onto my left side. Working leg is down on the bottom. Taking the top leg, crossing it over either in front or behind, whatever feels comfortable for you. Placing your hand that's on top down in front of your chest so you have a little bit of support. Stacking your hips on top of each other like so. I want you to point your toe on the foot that's out extended and lift slightly off the mat for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little circles forward for 10, 9, 8, nothing big, slow and controlled. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Hold it high. Send it forward and back. Forward and back. You have 10, 9, 8, 7, a little bit higher for 6, 5, 4, it's starting to burn. 3, 2, it feels so good. 1, beautiful. Take it center, hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly dropping that bottom leg down onto the mat. Taking your top leg, stacking it on top of the bottom leg. Taking your hand to your hip so you have a little bit more balance. Bending at the knee in a nice 90-degree angle. I want you to take the top leg, tapping the toe onto the foot, then bringing the knee down to the bottom of the thigh. Like so. Working the outer glute for 10, 9, 8. This is good for your hip mobility. And rounding out the tushy. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last time, tapping it down. Nice work. Coming in to a nice plank, turning over onto our tummies. We're going to hold ourselves up here. Hold it here. Squeeze everything you have for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taking both knees down to the mat. I want you to adjust nicely so your hands are stacked over your wrists. We're going to send one leg out, lifting the leg, then bringing it down, tapping it down onto the mat, forcing through the bottom leg, crunching in with the leg that's kneeling. So lift, lower, crunch, lower. Lift, lower, crunch. You got it. You have 10 just like this. The beautiful thing about Pilates is that you could be focusing on one area of the body, and without even realizing it, the whole body is getting some action. And that's what I love the most about it. For 4, 3, really tuck in. 2, last one. Beautiful, bringing both knees together, sending the other leg out. So the leg that was just kneeling is now becoming the lifted leg. I want you to lift, lower, crunch, lower. Lift, lower, crunch. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, squeeze here for 4, 3, final 2, you can do it. Last one here. Lift nice and high, lower it down, tuck it into the chest, and lower. Beautiful work. Coming down back to that inner thigh work, you're going to work the opposite leg. So either you can turn around or switch sides like me, stacking the hips on top of each other, down nice and secure in the forearm. I'm going to bring my top hand to my chest. I'm going to bring my top leg in front of my bottom working leg, pointing the toe of the leg that's nice and long, lifting through the inner thigh for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Forward circles for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Bring it up, forward to the mat, back of the mat. You have 10, 9, lifting nice and high through the heel. That'll really target that inner thigh. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to center. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lowering that bottom leg down onto the mat, taking the leg that's crossed either in front or behind, stacking it on top of the bottom leg, bringing those legs to a 90-degree angle, bringing the top leg so the toes hit the ankle and the top leg's knee hits the bottom leg's thigh. Rounding out the booty for 10. Opening up the hips for 9. For 6. You can do it. Just breathe through it. For 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Tap it down. Let it go. Beautiful work, you guys. Coming on to our bums, we're going to work our triceps a little bit. So I want you to come into a little bend in the elbows with the hands facing forward, facing your toes on the mat. We're going to slowly lift up and slowly lower ourselves down. We're really focusing on the tricep as we lift and keeping it engaged as we lower. You have 10, 9, 8. See if you can bring those knees together. For 6, everything I say to you guys, like I'm needing some correction on and some reminders. So we're all in this together. For 4, squeeze as we lift, squeeze as we lower. For 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, slowly coming down on to our full backs. We're going to take those arms up and bring them back down, up and down. So there's no weights in our hands, but we are sending energy through the shoulder down to the fingertips as we lift and lower. For 10, make it a little faster. 9, 8, squeeze. Your hands should feel tension. Like if someone came and tried to do that, they couldn't. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold them at the top. Squeeze your entire arm. You should feel your hands shaking. You have 10, 9, 8. Arms of steel for 7, 6, 5, 4. You can see mine shake. 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Whew, shake out those arms. Nicely done. Flipping over onto our tummies. We're going to come into one more little series of push-ups. So coming onto our knees, we're going to send one leg out as straight as you can, lowering yourself down 1 into the triceps, lowering yourself down 2 into a wider push-up. So it's 1, 2. Beautiful. You're with me. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it out. Little pulses. Push through the palms. You have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, bringing that leg in. Coming up, shaking out those arms, taking one arm behind you. Before we go to the other side, we need a little stretch. Same arm out in front of you. Same thing, other side. Take that arm behind you, stretching out that tricep. And wrapping into it. Shake out those arms, place them down firmly onto your mat. Sending out the opposite leg. We're going to go down, tricep, wide, push up, down and wide. Push-ups are a great way of seeing how far we come in our journey without any weights. So this is a great way to train for them. You have 5, 4, keep the leg lifted, 3, 2, forehead straight to the mat. Last one, stay wide, little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Come up nice and high, come to tabletop. Sending one arm up as high to the sky as you can. And bringing it back down, resting everything onto the mat. Twisting through the spine. Beautiful work. Coming up nice and high. Twisting through the spine. Coming to center. Beautiful job, you guys. Last bit of work we're going to do is focusing on that core. So I'm going to flip over back onto your backside. Roll yourself down slowly, taking those hands back behind the head and just lifting through the shoulders. Chin is nice and high. Our core is the one propelling us forward. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Slowly bringing that body back down. I want you to take your legs to tabletop. I want you to bring your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. We're going to tap elbows to opposite knees. So keeping the elbows wide as we bring them out and tapping them in as they come up. You have 10, 9, just breathe, you can do it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Letting those hands go, hands to the back of the thigh, sending those legs straight up to the sky. I want you to pull yourself up using your hands, letting those legs drop, removing the hands from the legs. Hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering it down. Hands go above the head. Knees come to a nice 90-degree angle. I want you to open those legs a little bit. I want you to take those hands from the head to in front of the body. We're going to pulse inside, take them all the way back. Bring those hands up, pulse inside the legs, all the way back. For 10, slow and controlled is the name of the game. For 8, I think I gave you one, that's 8. 7, 6. So there's no momentum from the arms. It's all coming from that last little bit, that push to the top. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, hold it here, pulse for 10, 9, shoulders lifted, 8, 7, 6, You got it. 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring it down. Awesome work, you guys. Last thing we're going to do is we're going to take our hands to the outside of our calves. We're going to bring our knees into our chest like so, and we're going to rock up, coming to a nice tall seated position, and slowly rock back down onto the shoulders, keeping everything as nice and tight as you can in a little ball. It's quite fun once you get going, but your core is actually turned on. I think I'm going sideways. You have 2 more. I'm definitely going to hit the plant behind me. 1. Beautiful. Rolling back down onto your mat. Let me get back onto mine. We're going to take our hands up above, stretching out nice and long, tall as can be, stretching at the legs as long as they can be. Bringing both hands and feet together, pulling on the back of our legs, stretching out that back side, flexing the feet as we lower, taking the hands back above the head. Bringing those hands down by your side, coming up onto the forearms, and slowly rising to a seated position. Coming back to how we started in a crisscross position, rolling those shoulders back and down. I want you to take your hands up as high as they can go, sending them over to one side, back to center, sending them over to the other side, coming back to center, hands to heart center. I am so proud of you for pushing through today's workout. I hope to see you guys next week. Have an awesome, awesome day, and comment below if you would like to see anything else. All right, bye guys.